Okay, so I'm in the
EDAK.
EDAK?
EDAK, right?
EDAK.
EDAK.
Okay, I'm in the EDAK booth with Dave.
Dave Scharf, yep.
Cunt, sorry.
Nice to meet you.
And I guess you guys make, like rack mount.
19-inch rack mount cases, exactly.
Okay. Except how you differ from a lot of these other manufacturers is that you use only aluminum.
Right.
The external.
Our cases are all aluminum as opposed to a plastic or a composite type material.
Okay, and then not only that, your aluminum is a recycled aluminum?
Well, the point is that it's much more environmentally friendly because it's all easily recyclable. We use a special aluminum alloy, but it can be, at the end of its life cycle, you can take it down to the local recycling center and get your money back in terms of raw aluminum weight. So it's all, there's nothing special about it. It's easy to recycle and nothing fancy. Nothing's going to prevent you from taking it down and just reusing it again.
Right. Now, I guess what are the advantages of using aluminum as opposed to like the injection molded plastic?
Yeah, what you see with us is in an aluminum case you have a much smaller profile and a lighter weight product. You've got a nice tight profile here with the shock absorbent and the isolators, and because it's a nice smooth surface, the rigidity of the aluminum allows us to not have to put a lot of bends and things into it to give it the stability that you're going to find in a plastic or a composite case. Okay. So you've got a nice flat surface and nice tight lines as far as your shipping cube and your volume.
And so even with the smaller size and with thinner aluminum, you're comparable in protection?
Absolutely, yeah, because the aluminum alloy that we use and the structure, the design, we reinforce it with the extrusions and also the internal chassis. It's a nice strong frame. Has a little bit of give to it, so it's going to give you that protection when it's bounced around and when it vibrates and everything. Okay. Especially when you have the covers on, you've got a nice square, a lot of rigidity to the structure based on the design and the covers on and everything.
I guess this red one is orangey, reddish.
We think it's red, but right, it looks a little orange in this light.
Okay. This, how many users? 4U?
This is a 4U.
Okay. Right. And how much does this weigh?
The 4U weighs somewhere in the 30. Waiting for it to come up on the screen. Actually, I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay. We have all the weights on there. The 14U, which is the largest standard size we make in the Comex, is 49 pounds, and the 4U, 5U is in the 30-pound range as far as the case.
And I guess what we were discussing previously too, like SKB does have a heavier duty product that I think they've fairly recently come out with shock mounts and that kind of thing too. But I noticed that it was kind of heavier too. Like your product is lighter.
Right. One of our claims to fame is the lightness. Obviously the lightness of the material. Here we go. We've got 4U is 30 pounds and the 5U is about 32 pounds in weight. So
your cheat sheet just suddenly appeared.
Yeah, just on cue. But yeah, so for our point of view, because of the material, obviously, and we're able to use a fairly thin gauge aluminum that gives us a lot of structure but doesn't add a lot of weight. And even if you look inside on the chassis, you can see we put the lightning holes in to remove weight but still add structural stability. And like I said, those are some of the tricks we learned from working on the military version and taking weight out.
Right, and I guess you guys have existed as a company now for a number of years.
Just about 30 years old. Yeah, in Florida, right?
Okay, but then I guess you almost call this like kind of your low consumer end.
Yes, this is our commercial. We call it commercial industrial product, right? The Comex. And then it's only been out for a couple of years.
Okay, I guess then so you've been around for about 30 years or so. Where did all this like plastic stuff suddenly appear from?
Well, I think plastic has been around for a long time for two reasons. One, Americans have a fascination with plastic, right? Okay. Plastic is perceived, it is, perceived as being fairly high tech and fairly advanced, and also from a cost point of view. The plastic cases tend to be, once they have their setup costs, the molds are made or what, they tend to have a lower price point than the aluminum. And especially in the commercial industrial space where price may be more of a driver than a performance, they've found an area where they found their niche in the market that they've served. I think as the price of oil continues to go up, the price of the feedstocks and stuff for plastics are going to go up, and I think we'll become even more price competitive. In addition to the reduced shipping costs and costs of transportation in terms of volume and weight, and then obviously at the end of the life cycle of the product, the ability to recycle and reuse makes it a much greener product than the plastic case per se.
Okay, interesting. I guess back to the price question here. Where do your prices compare to some of your competitors?
We're in the range. We're in the range of what we would expect the market to be for the mid-range products as far as cases. What we see is the Pelicans of the world and the ECSs and zero cases. We're certainly price competitive with them. We're not competing with the low-end cases. We're really competing with the mid-range, and then obviously with our Millex products, we're on the upper range.
Right. Okay, excellent. Dave, thank you.